What is going on, guys? Anger collections in the house for another video. All right, so we're gonna have a nice conversation today. A couple questions, but in general, overall, the whole, you know, how how do you engage in today's magic? The best way to engage magic because it's never been confused, very confusing. To all the new players, even the old players, because the thing is, once he flooded the whole sealed product, singles, variants, play boosters, pricing is to the moon, and invest, not to invest, buy singles. It's never been confusing to everyone, whether you're a player, collector, investor, and social media is is a shit show, man. It's like invest in sealed product, closet investing, opportunity, reserve list, um, serialized cards, just buy the singles, everything should be cheap. And it's very confusing. So if you're a new player, you're kind of like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, so this question about, like, how the best way to engage magic today is, it would really depend on your situation. Like, if I was still like a player, right? If I'm still like a player, like, and there's two kinds of player today. Actually, it's weird, because if you're a player, a grinder, like your tournament, standard, modern, pioneer, you're going to like big tournaments, which I think it's coming back, and it's great. This is great news. There's like all of these big tournaments. If I'm a grinder, I would really just focus on, you know, practice and go to like F&Ms if there is one, and just buying all the stuff that you need, playing, keep playing, and this is like, I think the OG, this is how it's supposed to be, like you go to tournaments, play F&Ms, and this all this LCQ, RCQ, and buy the singles that you need, and then you compete, right? You don't buy boxes, opening all this, thinking about like, oh, if I hold this sealed product, things like that. Oh, reserve list, things like, you don't mess with that. That's a whole different ball game. You solely focus on the singles that you need. You focus on the, I don't know, tournament report. What's the top tier decks, and how do you beat the decks, so you focus on solely on just that. You buy the singles that you need, you compete, and you go from there, and if you're a casual player, which majority of players nowadays are casual players, kitchen table, I don't know, like commander, basically. um if you're that type of player, I would solely just focus on, just focusing on playing Commander, man. Buying Commander, buying the singles of Commander. You don't really mess with the whole competing thing. You don't really mess with the whole investing, and like, what's the next big thing, like the next set, things like that. Serialized cards, opening multiple products, multiple sealed products, holding products, is, I think, Commander nowadays, since it's like the format of Magic the Gathering, right? I don't know if it's gonna last. We'll see though. We'll see. But I think it's the format of the game. And if you're just a casual player, I would really just not mess with, like the other stuff. Like, you're not really trying to win. You're not really trying to like hold, I mean, the whole commander is more like just having fun. If your decks is like if you have multiple 30 decks, right? You want to build a rat deck, you want to build like an elf deck, you want to build a combo deck, you want to like I don't know, CEDH, you want to bling out your deck. You solely focus on just that. So I think, as a commander player, I think you just keep it simple. You don't really dabble with like the noise around you, because the thing is, if you want to like do everything, um it gets very very I mean, playing commander is like very expensive nowadays. I mean, prices of these commander decks are like going up, all these universes and beyond. So I think that's that, as a commander player. Now, if you're a investor and collector, I would probably like, for me, it's the same thing, because if you're trying to collect, I don't know, different variants, all these serialized cards, you're somewhat investing, because when you collect, you tend to hold on these singles. Um, well, the sealed product, I think it's long gone, man. If you're thinking about holding sealed product for investment, I think I want to say it's not gonna be worth it. I know I have like my my next video. I don't know if I want to publish it, because I emailed myself again, and judging with the whole pricing, distributors, the profit, like the what you're gonna get out of buying three, five, even a pallet. Is it even like worth it on, like, I don't know, buying and holding these products, especially in today's market? It's really tough out there, man. Like, the risk is so high. It's not worth it as far as like sealed product. Um, Most likely, if you want to be the cheapest one, that's the best thing you can do, is really just be the cheapest one and then just sell it out, man. But holding these for future potential opportunity, right? Closet investing, it's gonna take a while, and even then, even if you double the, the you know the profit, right? You double the product, you know, x2 times three, the demand for those products it would still depend, because current sets tend to like overshadow the older sets, and the demand for those older sets, it's getting very very niche. So if you're a collector and investor, I would say, honestly, I'm an old school player, right? So I tend to gravitate more on the older Magic, the vintage one. Hands down, for sure. You have to start with reserve list dual lands, because I mean, lands, you need lands, man, to play Magic, and reserve list dual lands specifically is the best entry point. But beyond that, I think, just pick the ones that you enjoy, as far as like the art. But hands down, reserve list is the only thing, as far as like investing and like collecting. um I know there's an argument between the serialized cards, right? But eventually, I mean, even now, serialized cards are basically like flooded in the market, and for the most part, all the people that's like pulling all these serialized cards doesn't even know how to price them, doesn't even know like where to sell them, like, and sellers doesn't even know how to buy them properly, and it's very confusing. So I think, um if you're if you ask this question about like how do you engage in Magic today, I think it would really depend on what you want, what's your situation, and it depends on how you like to enjoy Magic in general. Like, if you want to be a casual player, I would just go Commander. and don't dabble with like all this shenanigans, investing shit. If you're a hardcore grinder tournament, just focus on like all of these tier decks and just practice, go to tournaments and enjoy that way. And if you want to just focus on investing and collecting, I would solely focus on like what you want. I mean, shit, you can collect all these Japanese Strixhaven. You can collect all these different variants. You can do whatever you want with collecting and investing. I mean, hands down, there's no other thing besides reserveless cards, because that's the only thing that will stand the test of time. Hold value. Market can go up and down, but in the end, these are vintage cards, man. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please consider liking and subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss any video. And with that, anger out, boys. Peace.